Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to Team APS. I'm Paul.
And I'm Alec.
And today we're bringing you...
the 10 budget cards that every player should own.
Yes, but before we hop in, we do have a couple of quick announcements. The first one's really big. We finally got a P.O. box.
That's right. You can send us all sorts of things. But if you're going to send us cards to sign, please provide your own return envelope.
Yeah, you can send us, letters, fan mail, all kinds of cool stuff. Don't send us money or anything, please. But yeah, if you want...
That gets awkward.
Yeah, if you want, all the information is going to be down in the description. The P.O. box, I'll also probably put it on screen. So yeah, we'd love to get some stuff from you. Maybe we can make like a video segment where we open it all on camera.
Next, we will be doing live streams all summer.
Yes, this is something that we're really going to try hard to do. At least one live stream a week, maybe two. We've got, products we can open where you wanted to play speed duels, for instance, do Q&As.
Why Go Pro?
Yeah, with the viewers. That new Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game, Legacy of the Duelist. Link Evolution.
You mean the DLC?
Shh.
Our first card is Dyna Wrestler Pankratops.
Yes, so I feel like this is a no-brainer, right?
He's just so useful.
I'm actually really surprised it got printed as a common. This thing does kind of a little bit of everything. I mean, it's a big monster. It's a special summon.
It can it's spot removal.
Yeah, as a quick effect. Honestly, a lot packed into one card. Seen in pretty much every side deck these days. Great way to out or bait a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. You're facing Salamangrates and you want to find a way to bait Roar. There's a way to bait Roar. You want to find a way to bait, the Orcust's Fogblade. There's a way to do it. It's really just a good card, and it's common. Like, if you don't own like 3 copies for either your main deck, your side deck, or whatever,
you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, pick them up. It's very easy to get. I think it came from Soul Fusion. So.
In my opinion, there's probably not a better card you can side in going second.
I agree. It's actually probably just peak value
across
for money.
Just about every matchup.
So the next card is Twin Twisters, and this normally would have been like pretty obvious. But thanks to Mystic Mine, which just recently released a very infamous card, it really does pay to have some type of spell and trap removal. That deck runs...
Really, you need multiple.
Yeah, you need a lot. That deck runs loads and loads and loads of back row. It's not just the Mystic Mine you're worried about, it's also the burn cards, and the Dark Bribes, everything like that, the Metaverse. If you can hit that stuff in the end phase, preferably, those are, good things to be getting rid of.
True.
You can main deck Twin Twisters, you can side deck Twin Twisters, or maybe you're playing a deck like Altergeists, or Paleo. Then maybe Twin Twisters isn't for you.
But instead, you can get, forgot the name of the card, Heavy Storm Duster.
Yes, so this is the trap version of Twin Twisters, basically.
You just
lose
don't
a
lose
battle
as much
phase.
card advantage.
Yeah, it can be a plus, which makes it also really good. And both these cards are very easy to get a hold of, maybe a couple bucks at most. So have a playset on hand for sure.
It's finally good to have spell and trap removal again.
Yes, it's back.
Back.
All right, what's next?
Third card, Effect Veiler.
Yeah, so this is one that kind of comes in and out of popularity.
Especially since Dane just added 2 more hand traps.
Yeah, so the hand traps are all fighting, but this one's cheap at least.
True.
So Effect Veiler has a couple of really big advantages, especially if you can't afford infinite impermanence, because that's kind of the better Effect Veiler right now.
We've said it once, we'll say it again. Effect Veiler is a blanket negation.
It doesn't on a monster.
Doesn't matter if it's got to search or it's gonna send, if it's gonna do whatever. Effect Veiler takes care of it.
Yeah, Effect Veiler takes care of it. It negates effects, the full effect until the end phase, which is really strong. It's also, got the benefits of being like a tuner and all of that. I really think that Effect Veiler, if, every meta deck has something that you can use Effect Veiler on.
True.
Hit the Saryuya, hit the Ladybug, hit just about anything.
Yeah, if it breathes, Veiler it.
Yes, I agree. And the next card is Called by the Grave. So this is another staple at this point. If you don't have a playset, definitely get a playset.
We don't like hand traps here.
Yeah, Called by the Grave can hit almost every hand trap in the game, and that's invaluable, especially if you're going first or you're playing on a deck that's just extremely combo intensive and one hand trap could be your undoing. And Called by the Grave can be a great way to deal with them.
It's crazy to me that once again Konami took a card that is very good against the meta and made it common.
Yeah, they made it common, and you can get it super too. Also, it's not even just good against hand traps. You can actually use it in the middle of a duel and just...
If anything is activating Engrave, go ahead and take care of that.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, just against random rogue decks. A good example was when I was at YCS Atlanta, I was playing Cyber Dragons.
Boo.
Yeah, and so somebody actually used Called by the Grave against my Cyber Dragon core, one that was in the grave, and they banished it, and then my core in the field wasn't able to search. And I was like, you know what? I don't like that. That sucks. But either way, the card's effective, so well worth it. What do we have next?
I guess it's technically 2, right?
2 cards, okay.
Nightmare Cerberus and Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, all right. They have to go together, right?
Because, I mean, why not?
Yeah, they're both Link 2 monsters. They both act as removal.
Yep. And if you co-link them, you get a draw.
Yeah, so they can pay for themselves if you're using them with something like Nightmare Mermaid or Link Karibo first, then they can be pointing to that. These are just a Link toolbox.
Yeah, these aren't game-breaking cards, but this is something that you will wish you had access to.
Right, especially when you're playing against those strategies that have like some kind of annoying floodgate that you just really would prefer getting rid of. You can just make, Nightmare Phoenix. I've seen people use it to get rid of like Imperial Order, that pesky card, or Anti-Spell Fragrance even.
Heck, against decks that put out big boards, sometimes you need just that extra removal from like Cerberus.
Yeah, it can be very helpful. So I highly recommend having a few copies of both. They're cheap. If you need to fill some spots in your extra deck, it's pretty much where you should go. And my next one's Artifact Lancia. So it's a common, not hard to get. Another hand trap. If you discard it, you can make sure that neither player gets to banish cards. So obviously, there are some strategies that do a lot of banishing these days.
Yeah.
Thunder Dragons, namely. You can actually even prevent Salamandrates from saving their cards with Balinks, or Orcus from activating effects.
Oh yeah, Orcus have to banish themselves, so they don't like Lancia.
Yeah, so Lancia's really good. It's kind of a lower key hand trap. It's not one that you probably main deck a lot.
It is the weirdest of the artifacts. You notice that?
It kind of is. It's like the only one that actually has a hand trap effect.
Yeah, it's like, you don't even have to do the whole Sanctum thing. It just needs to be in your hand.
If you happen to be siding Sanctum and Scythe and Trap Trick and all that stuff, which are more expensive than this list entails.
But if you had them, then
this is one more.
Just do it.
Yeah, there's one more thing you can do with that. So Artifact Lancia's not too bad.
Now, my turn. I know we've been bashing hand traps a lot, but here comes another one. Ash Blossom.
Yeah, so this is among the more expensive cards on the list, huh?
Yeah, what, $8?
Yeah, it's $8. It got reprinted common in Soul Burner.
Some people had to pay for it at $60.
Yeah, so while this is one of the more expensive cards, I will wholeheartedly say that it is worth the money. I think that even budget players should definitely make it a point. Pick up 3.
This is as budget as this card's gonna get.
Probably so.
I mean, it's still so relevant, so necessary.
It's very strong. I mean, every single deck searches, every single deck sends, every single deck, summons something from the deck. Ash Blossom stops it all. It's the same card that, we were all complaining about. Ban this thing, it's so broken. I mean,
it's powerful.
It's available now.
Yeah, we all have it.
Yeah. And don't let anyone tell you that a common Ash Blossom won't negate their cards, because it still will. So, my next one is another kind of expensive one, but you only have to have one, and that's Borreload Dragon.
Oh, can I tell you how much I hate Borreload?
I love it. I'm a Rockets fan, but okay. So Borreload Dragon it got reprinted in Dual Power, the alternate art version, and it costs something along the lines of $9 or $10. So again, like Ash, a little bit more expensive.
This is USD. We're not adjusting for inflation. Yeah. And that was the price as of yesterday. We haven't updated.
So, Borreload Dragon, it's kind of the the Link monster that you use to deal with any other big monster, troublesome monster. It can take them. That. Yeah, and since you only have to have one, I think that it's worth putting that $10 down and just having it. You can use it in every single extra deck of almost any deck you make.
We talked about it before, but this card's essentially the better Utopia Lightning.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's like mini Boral Sword, maybe not as game-ending, but it can be game-changing.
Boral Sword is game-ending. But yeah, still, great card. If you can't afford a Boral Sword, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Get you a Borreload.
Okay, so definitely worth it. You only need one. What's next?
My next card, you need more than one of. Sphere Mode.
Yes, the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. Or, you know, you can even substitute with kaijus, but some people prefer sphere mode because it's a good way to get rid of a lot of monsters in your opponent's field.
Right now, the game has plenty of combo decks. They're fielding 3, 4 monsters. They're all big. They have negations. Sphere mode doesn't care.
Yeah, especially like Danger Thunder. They field a lot of really big monsters.
I feel like you're attacking me with that one.
Is that what you play?
That's what I'm playing right now, yes.
Well, sorry. I'm going to sphere mode everything. You can get rid of Hope Harbinger. You can get rid of, you know, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. All of these cards, you know, what, did they still run Goliath?
Yeah, you can still run Goliath.
Okay, I guess I know. Yeah, I mean, you can get rid of all that stuff. Also, it's pretty good against Orcus. Can be decent against Salamangrates, although I think kaijus sometimes serve you better against them. They don't always end with 3 monsters. But very good against, you know, the Pendulum Magician deck, for instance. They put a lot of negates out. You can distribute them all away.
So useful against Sky Strikers.
Yeah, well, Sky Strikers you definitely want kaijus, but either or works really well. But I think all players should have copies of these cards in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, this thing about card economy wise, 1 for 3.
Yeah,
you're not gonna beat that.
So they're both good cards, Sphere Mode and kaijus. All right, what's our final card?
The last card is a little expensive, but you only need 2. It is Super Poly.
Yeah, this card actually just came sort of off the ban list. It's a 2 now, it was at 1.
Free it all the way, Konami.
And it lets you fuse with anything on the field, and namely your opponent's monsters is what you're aiming to do.
And they can't respond.
Yeah, it's a quick play spell, but your opponent cannot actually activate anything in response to it, which is great because it means that any of those negations they have, the Hope Harbinger, or you know anything that's trying to like negate your spell, can't actually be used. And there's a lot of fusion monsters that can just, you know, kind of break decks apart.
Mud Dragon, just all you gotta do is match up attribute?
Starving Venom Dragon.
All it takes
dark monsters. There's the Salamangreat Violet Chimera. That's one that you can use. There's a lot of stuff. Or even I think in the next set, getting that big like World Chalice Guard Dragon fusion monster that just takes 3 links.
Oh no!
So you can actually use Super Poly away just a field of link monsters. It's kind of insane.
Salamangreats, I'm sorry.
So yeah, this card is really good. So for any deck that has access to it, especially if you're playing a deck that can search it, like with Predaplants maybe, then good stuff. So yeah, those are 10 cards, sort of more.
10 budget cards everybody needs to own.
Yeah, if you don't have these in your binder, what are you doing?
Come on, man. Yourself. Come on.
So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this was informative. Let us know down in the comments. What are some other cards that every player needs to have in their binder, in their deck?
3 Phantasme.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just joking. I don't have any Phantasme. Probably never will.
Yeah, so that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember, catch us on our live streams. We'll be trying to do more of those.
And this is our unofficial, official summer of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're trying to put out videos every other day.
Yeah, so it'll be a great time to subscribe. All right, it's going to be it. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass CERN.